Hello ladies and gentlemen, hope you are doing great, hope you are doing splendid today. Today's lore entry or this topic is something that I've been waiting to cover. It's been about a month or so, and that is because I was trying to gather more entries to support this video so that we can have a solid idea of what is going on. Now, if you haven't heard the phrase weapons of valor, well, that is because it is a term that I made up recently, and I gave it to weapons forged by people or used by individuals in the golden age of the Legion of Dawn. These weapons are real, their stories are real as well, and the great things about this is that these weapons also shows how powerful and skilled the Arcanists and the engineers were in Bastion within those days. So the first one we're going to be talking about is going to be the Thunderbolt of Ivania. I know a lot of you love this weapon. Ivania the Forgerite is a master weaponsmith, and she was also well known for her skills and the ability to quickly make adjustments in the middle of battle. Now, in case you are wondering, what is a Forgerite? A Forgerite is basically an old English title given to a master swordsmith or weaponsmith, and Ivania was a Legion Honor Guard who achieved that title. And there was a time in the middle of battle where it seems that weapons just weren't hitting hard enough. And my guess is that maybe the Orgot had some really heavy armor. So Ivania pulled her weapon to the side, pulled out her tools, and she tinkered with the weapon and made some modifications at the forge. They said that when the weapon emerged out of the forge, a thunderbolt cracked in the sky, and this is how powerful the weapon was. And this is something that is quite beautiful to see how versatile some of the legionnaires are. Ivania was also very reckless, which is something that they pointed out. She was the run and gun type of individual, which is also quite weird, considering that we have an assault rifle right here, a marksman rifle. But that's not only the Thunderbolt rifle she made, which also supports the claims that she was able to do those things. In the library text, it is said that she made the first Thunderbolt rifle. This implies that she made many more of these Thunderbolt rifles, so you could probably see an automated Thunderbolt rifle later on. The properties of this rifle also hint that Ivania forged the rifle from the knowledge she gained from forging the Sword of Thunder. Now, the entries didn't outright say who forged the Weapon of Thunder, however you can tell that Ivania was very much involved in this forging. The next weapon of valor is going to be the Last Stand. This is a weapon that was used by General Tarsis and her group of Colossus. Normally, I wouldn't include updated versions of a weapon. However, this is a very memorable one because this design dates back to the first Colossi, and this weapon is really special because it connects directly to the Colossus Javelin, and every time the pilot is getting weaker or taking intense beating, the weapon senses this and ramps up the damage output, and the weapon begins to deal more than twice the damage. The general and her group held off the Orgot for days using the same weapon, and it is deemed as an apex killer, which means it can destroy an Ursix, a Titan, or an Orgot, which is something that is quite beautiful. Now, the next one is going to be the Truth of Tarsis, and this is one that is here because of another legend that it holds. This rifle is named after the title given to the group of snipers during the Legion War. Those snipers were called the Truth, and this was because they deal a devastating blow and they never miss. General Tarsis said in her own words, "My snipers were true today, and their truth delivered death unto the Orgot overlords." These guys led the first assaults before the main clash, and they took out the Orgot commanders before the battle even began. So this is what makes them legendary and also makes this weapon a true weapon of valor. Now we also have Artemis Gambit, but this is a weapon that wasn't really praised as much as Artenia was, and I will consider it and a few others as an honorable mention, but not to the status of valor. Artenia herself is the one that was mostly heroic in this situation because of her actions. However, the weapon is also still a little bit special. Finally, we have the Great Sword, the Sword of Thunder. If you haven't watched my full lore entry on this, then I suggest that you check it out. It is quite interesting. A short version of this is that this is a sword that ended the entire war. And it wasn't just some kind of sword out there. It was a sword forged from the very voice of an elemental, a dragon called Fulminus. So this is a sword forged from a dragon's heart. His voice is what was forged into this sword, and that is how this weapon is able to part ways between the heavens and call down lightning and thunder. So in some way, this makes the Sword of Thunder the most powerful weapon in the game. This one is powerful enough to level a mountain, so I guess it earned its place as part of the Weapons of Valor. Now, I know calling them Weapons of Valor is not the official term given to them by BioWare, but it's better than saying the weapons used by the Legion of Dawn, so I came up with those words with the hope that it helps in shortening everything and also explaining what they do. Anyways, thanks for watching, hope you find it interesting. I'll see you in the next one.